my final exam video for PE10, which I'm taking over this summer with Mr. Grubbs. In this video, I'll be showing proficiency in one sport, which is soccer, and competency in two sports, which are bowling and table tennis, which is also known as ping pong. In this video, I'll be talking about the rules of the sport and some of the basic moves you can use in them to make your play much better. Enjoy! For one of my competency sports, I'll be doing table tennis, which is also known as ping pong. In this game, you need a rectangular table, a net, a paddle, and a hollow plastic ball. This game is usually played in one pair of two, one on each side, or two pairs of two on each side. To win this game, you must score 11 points, being 2 ahead of the player, or win the most number of matches played in that way for a game. When you play, you must win by at least 2 points. We will be playing one game of 11 with my brother Evan, just so that way we stay within our time restraints. To start the game, you must serve the ball. When you're holding your paddle, you want to hold the paddle in the position of a fist, so that no fingers are above it to get hurt. When you serve the ball, you must throw the ball up into the air, hit it once, so that it bounces once on your side, once on your opponent's side, and then off the table. You score when the other player is unable to hit it back when you've hit the ball correctly. Once I serve the ball, my brother will hit it back to me. To hit the ball, he simply swings at the paddle once, hits it once on his side, and then once on my side, and I try to hit it back. After he hits it to me, I can either hit it regularly, or I can hit it backhand. Backhand is the same thing, except your arm is across your body, and you're hitting it with the back side of the paddle. This allows you to use the entire table rather than just your dominant hand side. Right set. You use these moves in the game. To demonstrate, we will be playing a game. We'll be playing one game to 11. Since my brother failed to get the ball over the net after he hit it back to me, I would get the point. So when he scores, he will say 0-1.
0-1.
Since I failed to get the ball over the net to him, the score is now 1-1. I will say that when I serve. Since it has been 2 points, the serve now changes to mine. Since the ball did not hit his side before going out, the point would be his. So the score is now 1-2 with my serve. For proficiency, I decided to share soccer as my sport. To do this, I'm going to explain the rules first, and then I'm going to show you some of the skills you can do in the game. And me and my friends are going to do a pickup game afterwards to show you some of these skills we use. To start off, the rules of the game are that there's 2 teams. The goal of the team is to get the ball into the opposing team's net. There are usually 11 players on each team, but since it's a small pickup game, we'll only have 2 on each team. You have to do this without being either offsides or causing any penalty. Offsides is when you're past the last player or past the ball, and the ball. When you're scoring, wait, don't stop. Okay. Once you score, the games are usually an hour to an hour and a half. And whoever's the most points at the end wins. But like I said, this is a pickup game, so it'll be much shorter. Some of the skills you can use are dribbling. When you're dribbling the ball, this is my friend Katie, and she's going to be helping out. What I think you can do in a game is dribble the ball. To dribble the ball, you bounce it off one foot and then the next, or just one foot, as you go down the line. This is a great way to move the ball from one end of the field to the other. Another useful skill is passing. To pass the ball, you have to be a little bit away from the other player, and then you want to use the inside of your foot to project the ball towards the other player. They then trap the ball with their foot like Katie just did. Another skill you can do is shooting, but we'll demonstrate that later when we do penalty kicks. Penalty kicks are caused when a player fails to follow the rules and does something against the rules in the box, which is the area around the opposing team's goal. If the ball goes out of the boundary, as you can see this line here, then the other team will have to throw it in. To do a throw in, you take the ball, place it over your head, put your one foot forward, and throw it in like so. You have to make sure you do not lift your back foot off the ground. When you're playing on the field, you might run into other defensive players or offensive. To get the ball away from them, you can run up. You can do two things. One is you can cut the ball, which is where you go up to the player, and when you turn, you cut the ball back. This is a quick motion that will get the ball going the opposite way on the field than when you started. I'll demonstrate one more time. You plant your left foot, swing around with your right, and shoot it like that. The other way to do that, the other way to turn on the field is called a pullback. To do a pullback, you place your foot on the ball with your knee up and bring the ball towards you, so it is then behind you. You then turn and can play the ball, like so. When you're playing in the game, if the goalie retrieves the ball with their hands before it goes into the net, they can pick up the ball, and to get it out of their net, they're allowed to punt it. When you're punting, you need to take 3 big steps, drop the ball, and hit it with the top of your foot. When doing this, only the goalie can do this, so you can't use this in a game if you are just a regular player. One way to trap the ball, trapping the ball is when the ball comes to you, to be able to stop and then control it. One way of stopping is a header. So if the ball comes to me in the air, let's say the goalie punts it, or someone kicks it to me and it goes into the air, I can stop it with my head, like so. When I'm stopping the ball, I want to make sure that it doesn't hit my forehead or the top of my head, but that it hits basically my hairline. Like so. It's really important to do this right, otherwise you can seriously hurt yourself. There are many other ways to trap the ball. One is to catch it with your chest, with your knee, or with your feet. We'll demonstrate those throughout the game. for bowling, what you do is, the key to bowling is a proper stance. To have this, your feet should be slightly apart and your knees should be slightly bent. Your back should be slightly forward and you should use the correct ball for your strength. The heavier the ball, the more powerful your hit will be. But the lighter ball, the more accurate your hit will be. When holding the ball, you want to hold it with your thumb and 2 middle fingers, like so. When you hold the ball, it should be at your waist or higher. So that way, it should be your waist or higher, so you have enough power to launch it. 4 steps to bowling: the time, the release, the rotation, and the finish. These 4 steps are key to bowling. I will now demonstrate a bowl as I start in my game. Me and my brother will be playing.